have no leverage. It's boring.
He didn't leave, he's still here.
So,
Alright, no.
you're gonna walk it back. I actually think we can, there's enough room, I can get in that corner if I have to.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of room there.
Okay, so you're gonna lean now.
What kind of predicament are you in?
One where I'm wedged between a cast iron tub and the wall.
Leave you move.
Things I do for my wife. Things I do for my wife.
Why are we having to replace the tub, Jennings? Is it your fault? Did you break my other tub?
Oh,
You broke my other tub, didn't you?
the last one.
Yes, you did. So this is your fault?
No.
Y'all, I'm doing a task that this is probably one of my least favorite things to do with school, but nonetheless, it has to be done. I'm hoping that our bathroom is going to be done today. I might actually cry if it's not, because between Aiden and all of the kids that use this side of the house, by the time I go over, y'all, there is no hot water. So I always get a cold, since my bathtub has been pretty much messed up, I get cold showers or baths, and I absolutely hate freezing in the bathtub. So what we're doing today, so I'm hoping that that's done, but what I'm doing today is I have already cleaned off Aiden's desk. Y'all, it kind of hit me a while ago. He's not going to be my student this year, and even though for probably the past 2 years he has pretty well been independently studying, other than when I come in to help check tests and quizzes and stuff like that. So I did get a little bit of a lump in my throat a while ago, just thinking that he's old enough that he's not my student anymore. That's probably been a little bit more tough than just watching him walk and stuff like that, because he's not really moving out. He's not really going anywhere. He is going to be doing college online through a college based out of Tennessee. So it's going to be out-of-state college. He's going to be doing his studies with, we have submitted all of his applications. He's already applied, so we're hoping that he's going to get accepted into the program, and we'll go from there. But it is a little probably more surreal now cleaning, because he would keep his books here, and right now what he's been doing is intro into computer, he's doing intro into English comp. So I've given him a couple of assignments already for him to do this summer. That was part of our agreement of letting him graduate a year early, was he had to take summer school. So he is using this book, doing some writing through the summer. And the other girls' desk I have not touched yet, but we will go through. Harley has a little bit of summer school too, with a little bit of the extra supplemental practice in the back of her book. The books that we have completed, I always take them, and each kid has a pile in the attic. So Aiden has every book that he has completed from literally the time he was 4 years old until this year. And what I do is just keep those, just in case anybody was to ever come question our work. What are you actually doing with your kids? What if they work they're actually done? I need proof of that. I have all my proof. So like, this is Eliza's book that she has done this year, and her work in there. So I have to gather up all of their books that they have completed. Right when I get their books in, I go ahead and put all of their names in their books. But I will have to gather up all the books that are completed from this year. I will take them up to their piles in the attic, put all of their books together, and pull all of my teacher books out. So I have a teacher book that goes with this that I will not need this year because Selah is not in this grade. So we'll go over here to my closet, and I also have to pull out all of my teacher books and get them put back up. And then once I finalize our order for the next school year, I will bring those in here, sort out everybody's books, get everybody's names written in their books, then sort out my teacher books. So it is a couple of days worth of a process to just get everybody's desk cleaned out, get it all up to the attic, get all of our new stuff picked out, ordered, and then once it comes in, I have to sort through it all and get it in everybody's spot. So it is a little bit stressing trying to get all that done in the middle of the summer, and our school year looks a little bit different from everybody else because we start school July the 1st and we get done usually mid-March. That is not taking any breaks. We do not take off for Thanksgiving. Well, we actually take off Thanksgiving Day, but we either double up or use a weekend day to make up that school day so that we're not actually missing that school break. We also typically do not take spring break because we take a trip at another part of the year. So when most kids are spring breaking it, we're usually doing school, and we usually take about 2 or 3 weeks off for Christmas. Just depends on where we are at in our studies. So I've got to finish this up here this afternoon. We also have Annabelle's graduation today as well. So Aiden had a first cousin graduated. He graduated, and now it's Annabelle's turn today. So all of our cousins, or all of their cousins and our kids and girlfriends, and all the things, everybody's growing up, and it's definitely a different stage for Colby and myself because we're so used to raising little kids and toddlers, and now we're in that stage where our teenagers in the latter part of teenage years, and it's just different. But it is rewarding watching all of the years that he's grown up, and I have been told so many times what a fine young man that we've raised. In one of his papers, he was referring to Adam and Eve and the sin, and it's just so rewarding knowing that my hard work and Colby's hard work of instilling biblical principles into him, that we are seeing the fruits of that paid off. So I've just continued to pray for my other children as they continue to grow, and where their hearts will be as they grow and they learn, and all of those things. But I want to show y'all what Colby and Aiden are doing outside because it is also very exciting. Finalizing some of the last finishing touches on the greenhouse. We went in there this morning and talked about plans. I'm going to walk y'all through that, what it's going to come out like. We are not going to be able to probably utilize this very much in the summer because it is very hot in there, but nonetheless it's almost done and it looks really, really good. We are taking the tarp all the way down to the wall there, and I will be able to utilize this for some of my pots and growing as well. I don't think I have brought you guys out here recently, but all of those peppers I've transplanted. Again, that's all pots. And these over here I just transplanted, and this was one of my big ones that I just transplanted yesterday because it was really getting too big for the little pot that it was in, and I moved it over, so I'm gonna have to keep it very heavily watered. But y'all see all of my pots here along this side. So not only do you have to have beds, or not only do we have beds, but we also are growing in lots of containers as well. So the plans on the greenhouse, the final plans, and you can feel the heat coming out, y'all. We have our fans put in. The vents are gonna be on this side up here. Don't know if y'all can see that. The vents will be over here. So once you walk in this area, the big doors right here, I'm going to have a set of raised beds, which is going to be in the shape of a U on that wall. This area right here is going to be where we put our fish tank, that is going to be like the aquaponics / rainwater catchment. Over here we're going to build this up just a little bit using some center blocks, put the tank on it, fill it up with water, let it sit for a couple of weeks, and we'll send Aiden to catch me some fish. We're going to drop them in. All of the bottom part will be set up with a water hose system where I can water the greenhouse, and we're going to cross our fingers and hope that it all works out. I will have an aerator in there to provide plenty of oxygen for the fish as well. I'm not going to put anything in front of this door, and I really want to probably use the rest of this. I might put 2 permanent beds right here as well. We're just going to be using the metal beds like you've seen. My only request is that they were a little bit taller than some of the ones over there, because I do, when I'm picking strawberries, I do have to get down on my knees because it is way too much to lean over that far. So that is the plan right now. They're going to be laying the black tarp in here, smoothing this out, laying the black tarp down in just a few minutes. Our raised beds are ordered, so they're going to be basically a U along this wall over here. There will be one there. I'll have them going down, and then I'll have one more here. I don't want to block anything in front of this door or anything in this walkway. This will be where I can move in my citrus fruits in and out. I'm thinking that I may even use pallets. I'm just not 100% sure, so I'm not having to drag them around. We could drive in with the tractor, pick up the pallet, take it out, and it would have all of my big containers of citrus fruits on. Not quite sure on that yet. I do know that if we put tarp down and drive in on this, it could cause a problem. So that kind of stuff we're just playing out by ear. But that is the layout plans that we have talked about. I will also have, we're going to be running solar to this, which is not set up yet, but that is in the process. The only other thing I know for sure that we have to do is get some rubber stripping basically to put right here, so that when we close off this door, it basically seals it off. And the greenhouse has come along, guys. We are so excited. It looks fantastic. I cannot wait to utilize it. It is not going to be as much of a summer grow house as really I need to utilize it more or less for the winter, to have a place that is completely sealed off where I can put my plants and grow like the summer in the winter. That's kind of been the goal of that. We're cleaning this up right here. It's going to be really nice. I'll be able to utilize so much more area. We are in the process of moving dirt out of those beds that will eventually all be torn down, and this area will just kind of start all of my growing that will go more back this way, and it's looking good. Well, y'all, it is a gloomy and dark day. It has been raining on and off, which, to be completely honest with you, we desperately needed the rain. The rain puddles outside. It is still supposed to rain some on and off here today, which is really, like I said, a good thing, because we really needed the rain. I didn't have to water this morning. Yay. Y'all saw Aiden and Colby finish up the greenhouse, so all the ground out there is covered. We can continue to move forward, which I actually got done way faster than I thought. I just wanted it to be done really before this fall so that I could utilize it this winter. But very exciting. We still have the solar hookup, the fish tank to get in there. But it, you know, it's a step-by-step. It's a step-by-step thing. We are, however, not hanging out here for Memorial Day. We are actually fixing to drive down to Baton Rouge and go to the zoo down there. It's supposed to be much nicer weather down there. See the rain, y'all. Oh, we needed it really, really bad here. But we are not staying home today. We are going to drive down to the zoo. It's a zoo that we have not been to in many, many years. Actually, Aiden and Harley was really, really small when we went last time. So it was really upkept and really well nice. I hope that it is still like that, because obviously they are teens now. So it has been a really long time since we've been down there. But we didn't want to just sit at the house today. There's not much we can do outside today, because it's going to be storming on and off, and the ground is really, really wet. So we're going to make the most of it and make some memories with our kids. Y'all, we made it back home. I've been outside actually getting these plums because, and this is a huge bowl, y'all, because there is a squirrel in my tree and I can't control it. I have done so many things I can think of, with the exception of getting a motion detection sprinkler and a motion detection alarm, which is next on my list. I actually do have the motion detection alarm. Now I'm considering going ahead and taking it out there because I'm picking up about 30 to 40 plums off the ground every day that the squirrel is eating. But we did make it back home. I also have cheese going right here that I'm working on. So you see that we got up, we took the kids to have a great time, but as soon as we come back home, we're back to work. Now Colby is outside picking up the tree that fell over on our sheep fence across the road. He's cleaning that mess up out there. I have some tomato plants that got blown over in the back. I had not tied them up yet on a stick, but they were getting pretty tall, but the wind was really bad. Actually, Annabelle was with us today and her mom lost power. There was actually a wreck on the interstate on the opposite side of the road of us and a tree down on our side. It didn't cover all of the road, but there were lots of debris in the road and one lane. The top of the tree was in one lane, so we did get some pretty rough weather here in South Mississippi today. But thankfully, for the most part, everything here is okay. The sheep weren't out, the pigs weren't out, so that is a good thing. And we just have kind of some maintenance work. Now, some of these were on the ground, probably half or more was on the ground from the wind and the rain, so went ahead and went out and picked those up and then picked the ones that were mostly ready from off the tree so that the squirrel wouldn't eat them. I'm going to start working on these here in just a minute, but guys, thank you so much for watching and watching our channel and all the things that we do here at the Max Slide. God bless and happy homesteading, y'all.